Yo, it's ProBirch, and I'm back with another guide video. I know, I know, I know. 2 videos in 1 week? Damn, yo, ProBirch, man. What's up, bro? Why you recording, man? Well, we got part 2 to the last guide video I uploaded, giving you tips for every 100 elo, all the way up to 2,000 elo, all the way up to diamond. I know you guys are very, very excited. I know you're very happy. I got y'all, man. I got y'all. I'm here to provide you with the tips that nobody is going to give you on the internet. All right, let's do this. First tip. We're going to start off with 1,500. Oh, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. I don't know why y'all watch me and not subscribe, bro. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? All right, let's get into it. All right, first elo for this video will be 1,500. Now, if you're in this elo, there's a lot of reasons you're here, but I'm going to give you 2 reasons. Not 1, but 2 reasons. Let's get it. All right. So reason number 1, learn all of your true combos if you haven't already. Learning your true combos is very important because if you hit a move and you can guarantee yourself another, like 8 to 15 damage, why would you not go for it? Right? For example, if I'm playing sword and I end up hitting D-Light, I should be going for another move every time, right? Because that's easy 20 damage right there. Guaranteed. Literally guaranteed. Look at that. Guaranteed every single time. Right? And you'll notice that if you had hit the true combo in a lot of situations, you would have built up more than 50 or 60 damage throughout the entire game just from hitting your true combo, right? And now you're going to say, oh, but I can win without true combos and I can do... Bro.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your...
Bro, it doesn't matter if you're winning in 1,500, bro. Like, you're here for a reason. You're in that elo for a reason. Get in training room, learn your true combos. Don't be a dork, okay? Just learn your true combos and then get back in the game. When you can hit all of your true combos 10 times in a row true, that's when you actually can do it consistently, okay? So, Koslik said that, actually. So, if you can get in training room, please, and learn your true combos, I promise you, some of you, that might even be enough to get you out of 1,500. You might actually just smell 1,600. Like, you might just sniff 1,601, 1,602, just because you learned your true combos. I'm serious. Somebody's going to go do this. They're going to play this for a week. They're going to be in training room for a while. They're going to go back, and then they're going to hit 1,600. I promise you. There's going to be somebody like that watching the video right now as we speak. Okay, that's enough for true combos. The next tip is going to be, do not throw out an attack that will not hit. I promise you, if you watch back any one of your replays in ranked, you're probably doing a lot of this. You're doing a lot of this. You're doing a lot of random attacks that are nowhere near your opponent, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to reserve yourself, okay? Stop playing the game for winning, okay? I just gave you another tip. Stop playing the game for winning. But stop playing the game for winning. I need you to slow down. I need you to actually position your attacks. Actually look at the screen, okay? Look at the screen. If your opponent is up here, I don't want you throwing an attack from all the way over here, okay? All right, let's stop doing that, okay? Let's cut that off, okay? Thank you. Let's leave that in, what day is it? August 13th. Let's leave that behind today, okay? Go into training room, learn your true combos, go into the game, don't throw out attacks that won't hit, okay? And you will end up getting smacked in the face for this. You will. But the thing is, okay, you know what? We're going to stop right there. Haha, you thought you were going to get some free game today. Haha, you're going to have to come back to another video for that. All right, so that's going to be it for 1,500. Learn your true combos and stop throwing out attacks that will not hit. All right, next tip. All right, we got 1,600. Stop attacking so damn much. Stop attacking so damn much. You 1,600s, bro. How did you get this far and you are just button mashing? And yes, you are button mashing. This isn't like a oh, you might be. No, 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 no. If you are 1600 and you're stuck here, you are stuck here. Probably this is probably one of the main reasons you're here. Because you keep pressing buttons with no real purpose, right? You don't want to just keep doing this and just praying, oh my god, oh, I'm gonna hit a clip. Like, no. If you're going for clips, I promise you, you will never hit plat. And if you hit plat trying to go for clips, you will never hit diamond. I promise you, bro. Don't play this game for clips if you're trying to actually improve, okay? So sit here, right? Come on, go right here. Boom, boom, boom. And hit attacks that are actually going to hit, bro. Don't just throw out attacks that are just gonna make you lose, okay? I don't want to see none of y'all at 1600 no more doing that crap. I don't want to see it, okay? That's it. It ends today. What's today? August 3rd. Y'all probably ain't gonna see this on this date. It might be like a week out, at least, before you see this. But yeah. Whatever day you're seeing this, bro, stop just throwing out attacks. Please. Okay? Um, I will have a little subset here. Instead of just throwing out attacks and like things that look like it might hit on a random Tuesday night in freaking Los Angeles, why don't you actually try to prioritize your movement, okay? So, right? It seems like attacks are the best way to pressure, but that's not true in the slightest, okay? Using your movement to pressure your opponent is the best way to use your pressure, right? So, let's say this Reno just picked up orb, right? I'm gonna give you a couple examples, okay? So this Reno just picked up orb, right? The first thing you do not want to do is if you're at this distance, right? This is like the optimal distance. This is like optimal spacing distance. This is kind of advanced, but I usually teach this to golds, because this is like very important to learn, especially when you're at lower elo, because when you get into like a pressure situation, like deep red, you're both deep red, this is what's going to separate you from your opponent, is knowing how to do this. So pay attention. Okay, I'm only going to say all this once. So let's say, right, they just picked up orb. The first thing you don't want to do is dash in like this, okay? That's just going to guarantee you catching a sidelight to the face, all right? What I want you to do is hold your ground, right? And use your dash, right? Use your dash in a very favorable way. If this person moves away this way, okay, now you can dash in, maybe dash back, right? And then they might feel like, oh my gosh, she might throw an attack, but in reality, you're just sitting here waiting for them to throw something out, okay? Be more passive. You don't have to be somebody that runs away. Don't do that. Don't run away. There's a difference. Playing passive is different from running away. Okay? Let me just make sure I have enough time here. Oh, I got perfect time. So, what I want you to do, right, is really pay attention to where you are in relation to where your opponent is. You don't want to be super far away, right? You don't want to be like sitting over here, right? You don't want to be like sitting off stage like this, okay? I really want you to pay attention. Make sure you're within this distance right here. If you watch pro gameplay, they explain it, not explain it, but it's very easy to see it. Much easier to see it in pro gameplay, because they do it so seamlessly. But keeping this right here, keeping your spacing right here to your opponent and not getting too close, right? Not getting too close to your opponent will allow you to punish them when they throw out an attack, right? That's what we're going for here. We want to be able to punish our opponents when they throw something out, right? If this Reno throws out a side light, right? I should be able to counter with my own D light, or maybe with a GC D light, or maybe with a Sayer, or just counter with, or maybe Dare, or counter with something, right? Preferably D light, so I could get that true combo and get some guaranteed damage, like I said before. But this is really something that I want you to really practice. This whole prioritize your movement thing, because your movement will make you win games before your attacks do. That's just the reality. Somebody with better movement will always win over somebody with better combo game. It doesn't matter if you're able to hit a 0 to death every time if you can't hit your opponent. Think about it like that, and we'll leave it at that. All right, next, Elo 1700. Okay, so you've made it this far. What is it that you need to learn to progress to 1800? Keep track of your opponent's options. All of them. All of them. Okay? So, let me explain what I mean by that, right? So, while you're playing the game, I want you to look at which way your opponent dodges every single time. Every single time. Not just once, not just twice. Every single time they dodge, or gravity cancel, pay attention and remember it. Okay? This will open a lot of doors for a lot of players because what I'm about to explain to you right now is a lot of geek kept information. If you know Zenix Asba, you'll see he talks about this like multiple different times. Keeping track of your opponent's options is the most pivotal piece of advice you'll learn anywhere before Diamond. Easily. Easily. Because this is what's going to open the door for using all those combos if you spent so long in training room learning, right? Training room does not translate to the real game unless you can actually position yourself to hit these combos. Okay, so right, how do you keep track of your opponent? Okay, so let's say, right, I think I actually covered this in my how to learn spacing video, so you might want to go watch that video too. That really explains this more in depth. But let's just say I hit this Reno here, right, and they dodge, let's just say upright. Let's say upright. Okay. Okay, so they dodged upright. Okay, right. So the next time I look and I say, oh, okay, they dodged upright. So next time they dodge, right, I'm gonna punish it, right? Let's do it again. Oh, they dodged upright. Okay, so now I'm gonna punish it. I actually don't know how to punish that. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just do something simple. Okay, we'll just do that. Okay, but my point is, people have patterns. It might seem like the dodges are random, but they're not. Everybody has a pattern, right? I'll go slightly more in depth, and then we'll move on to 1800. So look, for example, people like to dodge on stage differently than they do off stage. It's two different skill sets, two completely different skill sets. Okay, so for example, a lot of passive players, like people that run away from you, they normally like to dodge up, spot, and away. Those are their three main dodges. People that like to run away from you. Okay, you'll notice that a lot. So let's say I hit this, right? And I hit this. Their dodge is probably going to change once you smack them off stage, right? They're probably going to end up dodging either in if they panic, or they might dodge up also if they panic. But they're probably going to do two separate things on and off stage. Now, if they dodge on stage up, try to maybe position yourself for an up read off stage the first time you hit them off stage. But let's say they don't dodge that way. Don't even attack them and just run back, okay? They might dodge differently, or they might do a different option entirely. That brings us to the next part. Keep track of where your opponent likes to be on the stage. A lot of people like to be towards the edge of the stage when they run away, or if they're smart, they like to be in the middle of the stage. You can really exploit that with your attacks, right? With your movement, like I said before. Um, Also, you can keep track of what options they like to use. For example, they might throw out an attack and then immediately dash. That might be their thing. They might just attack and then just immediately dash, right? Or they might attack you and immediately chase dodge. Or they might throw out two attacks, right? Throw out two attacks and then throw out a sig, right? Or they might throw out two sigs, they might attack and then they might dodge, right? That could be, seriously, that could be their pattern. I'm not even joking. Everybody has different patterns, but as long as you keep track of them long enough, you'll be able to exploit it the next time they do it, right? And if they do something different, keep track of that as well. Just because they do something different doesn't mean they don't have a pattern. Everybody has a pattern, and better players are just better at masking their patterns, okay? Even the players that are very, very good at this game have their own patterns, right? They're just better at masking it. They're better at hiding it. Okay, let's go to the next Elo. I've yapped enough. All right, next Elo. 1800. Oh man, we're getting to the place where people actually think they know how to play the game. Okay. So, in 1800, stop spamming options in neutral. Oh my gosh. One of my viewers gave this to me. Actually, he's my lead moderator in my Twitch stream. Yo, if y'all really want to know some of this stuff in action, see it in action, come to my stream, man. Follow me on Twitch. I stream literally every day. Like, ask anybody in my Discord, man. I stream every single day. There's no day that goes by that I don't stream, even if it's at a late time. You know what I mean? I stream every single day. But anyways, right? Stop spamming options in neutral. Now, if neutral seems like a foreign concept to you, I'll explain it to you right now, okay? I have 2 more elos to cover. This video is already 15 minutes long, so I'll try to make this quick. But look, so if you're 1800, right? You by now you should know what neutral is, right? When you and your opponent are at a stalemate, right? When neither of you has an advantage, nobody's throwing an attack, nobody's off stage, right? This is neutral, right? You're trying to fish out an option, right? You're trying to bait out with your movement, right? Like I said before, prioritize your movement. Right? But in neutral, you'll see a lot of time in 1800, um, people will just throw out an option like this. Like, no reasoning, no nothing. They'll just throw out an option, right? Gravity canceling is pretty prevalent here, right? They'll just like throw out an option for no reason, right? And that's really not what you don't want to do, okay? You really want to prioritize pressuring, holding your space with your movement. For some reason, I'm saying that word movement a lot, okay? That's where your spacing comes from. If you really want to learn more in depth about this whole spacing concept, watch my How to Learn Spacing guide. The higher you go in ELO, the more important that spacing gets. This whole spacing thing is not going to go anywhere. So if you think you can get around, like get away with having poor spacing, you are very, very wrong. Okay. The next ELO we're going to cover is going to be 1900. Oh boy, we got 3 tips for y'all here. The first tip, lock in. Lock in. Lock all the way in, okay? You are not in an ELO where people are gonna just let you do things anymore. You can't throw out these offstage options. You can't just ground pound like that. You can't just do a random move in the middle of nowhere, because even if they don't punish it, you just put yourself in a very bad position, right? Doing all of these like random moves, right? You're not 1800 anymore. You can't just throw these things out. People are not just gonna let you do it. Now, granted, you're still in plat, but you have to play like a diamond in this ELO, okay? That brings us to our next tip, okay? Spam weapon throws. Spam them. Spam them, okay? Weapon throws will literally, whatever ELO you're at right now, if you use weapon throws properly and efficiently, that'll bring you 100 ELO higher. I'm not even joking. That'll bring you 100 ELO higher. Whatever ELO you're at right now, if you're below 2K. Okay? So what I want you to do, right? Learn how the weapon throw works, okay? Learn how closely you can hit it, right? Learn how closely you can hit it. And then I would recommend learning the weapon throw combo. Learning the weapon throw D-Light. I am pretty bad at using it, so I'm not going to try to teach you here. Also, I don't have that much time left in this video, so we're going to keep moving. The last tip in this ELO, do not autopilot. This is the last but not least best tip here. Do not autopilot. Now, what do I mean by autopilot? What I mean is when you're playing the game and you throw out options, but you're not really thinking about them, right? You like really need to like think while you're playing the game, which I had it in earlier tip, but I decided to switch it for a different tip. I think I had it in like 1500 or something. It might have been let me see. Oh, no, that was 1400. That was in the last video, so go watch that video. I already said this before. But in addition to thinking, don't just throw out random options because it looks good, okay? Think about it, okay? Well, if they're gonna dodge upright, I'm not gonna do this because that doesn't really make sense here. I'm gonna do this. Oh, oops. I'm gonna do this, right? If they dodge in a certain way, do not read just a random option just because you have muscle memory there. Stop. One move, stop, okay? If you like are incapable of just doing one move and running away, you're not thinking. That's just what it is. You can't autopilot. You can't just keep throwing out moves just because they look good. Okay. All right. And last but not least, we have 2K. You finally made it. You finally made it. Congratulations, you're diamond. Now you are gold again. You are in a place where you are a trash can, okay? I don't want you to get any ideas. You suck, okay? Just the way it is, man. If you hit diamond, congratulations. You now have to reset, okay? You have to learn a completely different skill set, Okay, if you want to progress in diamonds, all of the stuff I told you before this, like all the way from 1400 to 1100 to 1819, that is all child's play. All of that you should be doing naturally at this point. And if you're not, work on that stuff. Get it fine tuned. If you fine tune that stuff, you'll hit 2K every season. Okay. If all you care about is sniffing 2K, like you hit 2000, you hit 2001, 2005, 2016, okay, you hit that elo, fine. All that stuff before I told you will probably get you there, okay? But at this elo, you need to learn a completely different skill set. And with this tip right here, I'm going to tell you what it is, okay? Here it is. Having a tell before approaching. Now, what is a tell? Well, it's called telegraphing, okay? So, right, you've probably heard that term if you've made it this far, but if you haven't, right, telegraphing is basically before you do an option or before you do something, you basically tell your opponent where you're gonna go, right? For example, right, a lot of golds, right, will basically every gold, right? Before they do that, like the weapon throw ground pound that they love so much, they will jump up in the air like this and then do this ground pound like that, right? The tell is the jump here, right? You're jumping up like this, you're waiting here. Obviously, you're just gonna do this, right? It's very obvious, very punishable. It doesn't make very much quite make sense. If you're gold, you should listen to this too. If you made it this far and you're gold, right? This is telegraphing, right? If I'm jumping in the air like this and I'm ground pounding, that's a tell, right? And it gets a lot deeper, okay? Now, my peak elo is 2099. I've not hit 2100, okay? One of my tells is the empty hop in neutral. Now, this is not a bad option. Actually, this is a very good option, right? The empty hops in neutral, this is actually a very good baiting option, but I tend to do it every single time. This is the only way I pressure people is what I'm starting to realize. Because I switched off of Sidra for like the last like week or so. Actually, I've been playing Thor, and one thing I realized is on Hammer especially is I like to do this, and then I'll come down with the Sair, right? And that's a very common it's a very common option that Hammer players do. But you have to think I've never played Hammer before. I'm like this is my first time ever like playing Hammer, so of course I have to weed out all the bad options, right? And on Canon, I think I don't really. I think one of my tells is also the jump jump. I think I do it across legends, but that's just an example. Find your tells by watching your gameplay back, right? What is it that you do every single time? And don't get off your high horse. You're not good. You're not good. If you're not at least 2300, you're not nice. Go back to your gameplay, get rid of the ego, and watch what you're doing wrong, okay? Before I even recorded this video, I was playing Thor in ranked, and every time I lost, I went back and I watched the entire game back. I said to myself, wow, I jump off stage a lot. Wow. Wow. Not even joking. I jumped off stage so much. So much. So that really equated to a lot of my losses. But go back to your gameplay. What are your tells, okay? Are you just like jumping like this and then immediately going for a move? Are you what's it called? Are you going for an attack and then immediately dodging? Right? What are you doing before for an option, right? And especially before approaching, right? When you're approaching your opponent, are you just mashing an option, right? Are you just like mashing an option like this before you go for something, right? Are you going like this and then you come down like this? Are you what else could you be doing? Let me think of what other tells I see people do. Oh yeah, are you just like dash dancing and then immediately going for an option like 1, 2, 3 attack? Are you doing that? It could be a lot of different things, but watch your games back, look at what it is you're doing, and then progress. All right, that'll be it for the guide, man. I know, guys. Like this was an amazing video. It was pretty cool to record this. Thank you to everybody in my stream that helped me make this. Nav. Thank you all. I appreciate it. This has been a great video. If you like what you saw, make sure you press that like button. Make sure you press subscribe. And if you're above diamond, please leave your tips in the comment. Let's help each other out. Let's stop gatekeeping all this information. I understand people are getting better at this game, but you know what? If you don't want to get better, don't play ranked. I don't know why you're playing ranked if you're complaining about people getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like I see a lot of people that like return to the game, they're like, oh, people are so much better. People are like I don't know what to tell you, man. It's ranked, bro. It's ranked. And even Boomy said it. People are getting a lot better. So don't get left behind. Let's stop gatekeeping. Let's be inclusive. Let's help each other out. That's one thing I want to do is give people information that they don't hear every day. Because every diamond, not every diamond, like a lot of players that are in diamond love to just gatekeep information and give you the most surface level basic. Oh, make sure you don't throw out random options in neutral, or make sure you don't do this. But I'm here to give you the tips that people are not going to give you. I'm here to give you all of what you need and none of what you don't. All right, enough yapping. Thank you all for joining, and without further ado, you know what time it is, man. Respect plus. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm off this. Peace.